Hey guys, Bill here with World Made Simple, and it's time we talk about the elders. And I know I'm going to have someone in the comments go, okay, boomer, or make some boomer reference. Yes, this is the boomer generation. I know you're all thrilled to talk about the boomer generation. So, what do they provide? These guys are just going ahead and taking all the money from welfare. Yes, they are a sink for the government, and they very much go ahead and benefit from taxes and welfare and Social Security. That's for any nation, 100%. However, something that a lot of people overlook nowadays is these are also usually the wisest people in any age group, regardless of your view on them, because they've experienced the most. Everything they have, every view they have is based on an experience in life. So these individuals are normally your teachers, your managers, your upper echelon people because they know the most, usually. There are some of the elder population who probably should step aside and let the younger generation take up. I'm not going to disagree with that. Look at places like Washington, D.C. It's a great example of trying to let the worker and even the learner class in some regards kind of take a few steps forward. Now, with that being said, there are also some places where the elders are needed. And that is going to be education in a lot of senses, because you definitely need people who have experience being able to transfer their skills that they have learned over the years from one group to another. Now, the elder generation used to start at age 60, all the way up to essentially death. So we're going to go ahead and just cap it at 110, 112, because I think that's the oldest individual we have on record. I could be wrong about that. I'm going off the top of my head. But in terms of the elder generation, it's kind of been pushed back in the developed world because of how retirement's been. So that's technically pushing it a little bit. But one of the things that people also need to include in this is that usually the elders have the most money to spend into the economy. So they're paying taxes, and they're also usually dropping a ton of money into the economy. But on the flip side, those taxes kind of get pulled out by welfare. So it's a weird balancing act. So to summarize, elders provide the most knowledge and information. They train the next generation, but they also go ahead and require a decent amount of welfare and Social Security in order to function, at least in the United States. So those are our three. You have the elders at the top, workers in the middle, learners on the bottom, and each one fills a niche which is essential. You need the learners to go ahead and learn to go ahead and perform the jobs of the workers. You need the workers for military service and to move the economy. You need the elders to teach the learners and to provide income to the workers. Now, I know there's a lot of economic theory going back and forth on that, but at the core, that's how our current system works. All right? So we'll have one follow-up video on population, which is actually going to be going over some of the populations in the world and talk about where they're at stats-wise and why that matters, because that goes back to my original comment I made about the United States and China and how the United States actually has technically a better population than China. All right? So with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video.